लाइव करते ही सबसे पहले जाना आपको जूम पे, लोगों को एडमिट करो। Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jagat, and I welcome you all on the behalf of Shri Aurobindo Society. So, as we share with you every day some of the innovative ideas given by the teachers or given by you only. So, today I'm going to share with you some another innovative ideas. As yesterday, I have shared with you the ideas of community participation. I believe you have liked it, and you will, once the schools are open, and you are going to implement those ideas in your schools. Okay, so let's talk about our today's idea. So today we are going to discuss something related to nature or something related to food. Okay, I think that you must have got the idea. Yes, it is kitchen garden. So kitchen garden is our today's idea. And before that, I want to give you one more information. If you want to submit your idea to us, and if you want us to basically share your idea to the whole country, so you can share your idea with us. You can visit our website ZIIEI. On that website you can share your ideas with us, or you can share your ideas on our address as well, which will basically you will find that in comment box only. Okay, let's talk about it. So we have seen most of the time in our schools, like there are students who have very good knowledge of book, who have very good knowledge of another subjects. So what happens when time comes for nature or time comes for food? So there are many students that who do not have much idea about it, how food comes or from where food comes, and how to basically cultivate a tree, or how to basically uh, plant a tree. So today we are going to discuss all these ideas, and I will share you with you the name of all the teachers who have implemented these ideas in their school only. Okay, so let's start it. So the ideal, I would like to show you the picture as well. As you see, there is a man and two, a girl, a child, are children are there, and they are basically making some planting some plants. So this is the idea kitchen garden in school. So what is this idea? So there was some teachers who felt like the MDM, the midday meal, the food which they get, the nutrition is not enough there, or sometimes the food is not so tasty, or there are students who are very choosy when they eat food there. So what happens when there is any student who do not like any food or any category of food? So at that day he tries to be like, he does not come to school, or he tries not to basically eat that food or hide himself from that midday meal. So teacher basically made some ideas, and they thought how we what we can do in our school, so our students will be very happy to eat that food, or we can basically make our students experience to basically plant a tree or make a kitchen garden in a school. So teachers started like that, and they made some ideas, some points. So with first, I would like to share with you the names of the teacher who have shared their ideas with us of the kitchen garden in school. So there is a teacher, Sutpa Mukherjee. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. And the teacher is from West Bengal. And there is one more teacher, Ram Kishore, and he's from Uttar Pradesh. And Ruchi Shukla, she is also from Uttar Pradesh. And Rekha Chobe and Vinita, they both are from Uttar Pradesh. And Ashish Behal, he is from Himachal Pradesh. So it means teachers are from various states. So teachers are implementing such ideas in different states. So we have basically made a case study, the name like as I shared with you, kitchen garden in school. Also in kitchen, in this idea only, in case study only, so you will find some another some different innovative ideas. Okay, so let's talk about it. So what are the benefits which we get in this? The first thing is awareness. So most of the time we see in our school that students are not much aware about the farming, or not aware about the plants. So they do not know what is the difference between one tree of the second tree. If we give them two leaves, so they sometimes they are not able to tell the difference, even what is the difference. And if we ask them what is this vegetable and what are the benefits which you get from these vegetables, so sometimes they are not able to basically tell about it, or they are not able to get idea of it. So teacher made awareness of it, or students started getting idea of that, what are the benefits of these trees, and how can they get enough nutrition from that. So this is the first thing. And the second thing is opportunity to learn more. So in this thing, what happens when teacher starts basically making that kitchen garden in school, so students getting experience, they start getting experience, or they start getting opportunity to learn more. So if I have a book and I open it and I start studying that, so it means I'm getting knowledge of the book. But what about the another knowledge, learning something more? So for learning that, this is the one of the best ideas. So we can teach about nature, or we can teach another things, that how can they farming. If we have any student who basically want to make his future in farming, so this idea is going to basically help him the most. So this was this. So students have opportunity to learn more. So they have experience, and they have basically opportunity to experience the nature. So this is one of the like major point in India as we are going to modernization. So there are so many students who do not get the experience of nature. So as when we were child, we used to play in ground, we used to see the trees, sometimes we used to pick that, and we sometimes used to plant the trees. So we used to experience the nature. So we know the basically fragrance of nature when what comes from the soil. What is the basically smell of that soil? We know it very well. But what about new age students? So there are many students who do not know about it. So this idea gives them opportunity to experience the real nature. When they basically come to school and they start basically planting the tree, they start getting the experience of nature. Because when they touch the soil, they feel it. When they feel it, so they understand this is the experience which they never forget in their life. Whether if they get old or young, but this experience is going to be with them for always. So it was this, so the students get experience of nature. And next thing is, why this idea only we can connect community to us. We can connect so many like people from community or family members in this. How? Let me give you one idea of gesture, and rest of the idea I'll share with you after some time. So what happens when a student plants a tree and he gets some vegetables on that, and if we give opportunity to the parents that they can eat that basically vegetable or that fruit which that child has basically grown up, so they are going to feel good, because and they are going to be eat that because their child has basically planted it, so they feel good for that and they start eating. So after some time I will share with you what is the procedure of that we can share those vegetables for parents also, for community members also. So let's talk ahead. So students have opportunity to basically observation skills. So what happens sometimes when there is something there's something happening in the field, so student stand and start seeing that, because observation skill is very important skill. When students have this skill that they by observing only they can learn something, so that gives them a lot of opportunities to learn in different various fields. So they learn it also, because when there are some students who are planting some trees, at that time students see and observe how it grows. So let's take an example of it. So there is a plant and it is growing every day. When it is growing, so there is a student who is basically observing how the plant is growing, or how other students are helping that plant to grow more. How, what should be the capacity of water, how much water should we give to any plant, and how much should we should fertilize that. So these are the experience which students get and observe it. So after that, there are some students who have tried all these things at their home also after implementing all these ideas. So let's go ahead and let's talk about ecology. So there are principles of ecology and nature. So students get the experience of this also. So they learn the principle of that, because as we know that when monsoon comes, so at that time we give very less water to plants, because we know the weather is going to give them enough water. So at that time we need to give them less. But what about summer season? In summer season we need to give extra water to the plants. But what if we do not have this knowledge? What if we do not know about it? Because of this mistake, sometimes the tree which we have at our home or any other field, we kill that tree. When we give a lot of water to the tree, so that tree dies, or when we give very less water to the tree, it dies too at that time as well also. So student learns the principle of nature, that what is the principle of nature, in what weather what plant is good, in what situation what plant should be planted. So next is a student get opportunity to learn that from where food comes, and from like how many kind of trees are there which can provide them some good food, or nutrition food, because there is a scope in farming. And people, I'm not talking about earning, I'm talking about everything, blessings, earning, and all these things which a farmer gets. Because there are two people who get good respect in a society, like army man is there, or farmer is there, or teacher is there. So farmer is one of them who gets good respect in society, because if there is no farmer, then believe me, it is not possible to live for humans, because after that we cannot live if there is no farmer and he is not giving us food. So they get it, they learn it, the students, they get the experience from where food comes, and how, what is the procedure of all these things, they learn about it. Let's talk about the requirements. Now we should also know that what are the requirements to implement this idea, because if we do not know the requirements, then it might become a little hard to basically implement in school. So the first thing is place in school. So we need to find a place in school. So when we are implementing this idea, so if we go far to the school, then it will be not possible for the students to go to the place when the school is happening. So at that time, we will try our best. We find a place which is near to the school or in the school only. So this is first requirement. The place should be there, and the place should be like this, that no cow or any other animal comes there which can basically destroy that our kitchen garden. Because if it happens and somebody comes, any animal comes there, or basically walks on that, or basically eat that tree, so then we are going to face problem for that, because we have worked hard on that, and that animal has destroyed our kitchen plant. So we will find a place, a safe place for our kitchen garden. So the next is seeds. Now we are talking about, we are going to plant some trees, but what about the seeds? We need seeds to plant those trees. So how we can get that? For that we can basically contact to a farmer, or we can contact to any department where the agriculture farms happens. From these places we can find that seeds also. And what kind of seeds? So we will try to find the seeds which are going to like according to the condition, according to the place. If there is any place where like you can get a seed of that tree which basically grows the fruits or vegetables quickly, so that is going to help better. If we get any seed like that which uh, grows in a year, so that will be a little difficult, like we will wait for 1 year. So we'll try to find a seed which is going to help us according to our condition. So next is organic fertilizers. So for that, as we know, there are so many chemical vegetables in a market right now. When we go outside, we see that there are so many vegetables. When these are this much small, we use scissor on that, and till morning it becomes this much big. So do you think that is safe for our child or our student? Yes, that is not safe at all. We if we see that from our own real eyes, or from in front of us, after that even we will not eat that, because there is a chemical, and chemicals most of the time harmful for humans or for anyone. For that we are going to find organic fertilizers, and we are going to provide organic food to our students, because we want to give best nutrition to the child. Because if they get best nutrition, it means healthy mind, healthy body, so they will be able to concentrate in their study or in their education. So this is also the requirement. We need to find organic fertilizer. And how are we going to do that? I'll share with you this thing also after some time. Let's talk about the planning. Now we will discuss planning as well, that what can be the planning of that. We need to make a separate plan for that if we are going to implement this idea, because this idea does not take 1 day or 1 week or 2 weeks. It takes a long time. We need to work every day to implement this idea in our school. And I believe so many of you are already implementing in the school. If you are implementing this idea in your school already, so you can tell us in a comment box that you are implementing, or you can at the end when I give you the chance to ask me a question, you can directly tell me, or you can share your experience how you use this idea in your school. So let's talk about planning. So first we have student meeting. So what is student meeting? Is in student meeting, we teacher calls all the student in a one room and shares that we are going to have one idea, that is kitchen garden in a school. And in that case, what happens? Teacher takes suggestion from students that this is the idea, what are the trees, what are the plants which you know about or which you can help school to grow that. Because first we need to understand what is the understanding of our students. If they know so many things, then that is going to help a teacher only. So first we try to come to know what is students knowledge, and first we, and then after that we share our knowledge to the student. After that, when there is a meeting, everything is done. In meeting we have shared that this is the place, and at this place we are going to plant some trees, and is at this place we are going to plant these tree. After that meeting, everything is decided. And in that meeting, what happens? And we are, after finding that place, the next meeting which happens for that, making that place better. Just think, if we get a place like this is the wall of the school, and this is the inside area of the school, and that is the outside wall of the school. If we find any place like that, so that place we need to make it good first, and after that we need some security as well. For that we need monitoring also. If there is no monitoring, as I shared with you, animal can also come, or any other reasons can be there, or any naughty student can also destroy the plants. So we need to make that place better place. We can use sticks to cover that area, or any other thing which we can do, or we can make different plants which are very hard to break. We can cultivate that also near to the place, something like that. So we need to make it sure that we make that place a good place for kitchen garden in school. So the next is group of students to take care. Now point comes that we have found a place. Now we are working on it. Now there are students who are working very hard to cultivate the trees, plant the trees, make the kitchen garden a good place, or growing the vegetables, fruits, all such things. And now this is the time to take a security of it. How are we going to do that? In this case, we make groups of students. Let's take an example. If there are 50 students in my school, so I'll make 5 students group, and I will give them responsibility for each week, that this week this is your responsibility to take care of this garden. Nobody should harm it. Nobody should basically like destroy those trees or make any harm of those trees. So that group will make it sure that nobody comes there, or if somebody comes, so that person, that animal, do not destroy that. So this is the planning. These are the 3 steps which we follow for the planning. And after following these planning, so it means we have a place now, we have students, we have done meeting, and now we know what are the plants or seeds which we are going to collect and start using that. Now let's talk about some other things now which are very important, like variety of vegetables for midday meal. Now, as I shared with you in the starting only, there are some students who do not like to eat food in on some specific days. So just think, if there is Monday, and there is one specific vegetable which is always cooked on that Monday only, and I am a student who do not like that vegetable. After that, I will try to hide myself from that place, or I will try to go to some other place to go to, basically, so my teacher will not force me to eat that. So this thing will happen. So we will make the variety of vegetables in midday meal. Once we have kitchen garden in school, we will try at least more 10 plus, or as per the requirements, plants in our kitchen garden. So every day we have something different, or if we have one vegetable that passes after at least 10 days, for next 10 days we have different vegetables each day. So that does not give any boredom to a student, and they also feel excited to eat the food. They wait for the next day that we will go there and we will eat something. And in that we can do one more thing, we can make surprise as well. In surprise, what we can do, we can make surprise, like today a student do not know what is going to be cooked today, because that is a surprise. That is a variety. This is how we implement this, that we make variety of vegetables in our balanced diet. So now let's talk about it. Now, kitchen garden for balanced diet. Now we need to make balanced diet also. What is balanced diet? Let's understand it first. So there is one student who is very weak, and his body does not have much power. So as we know that healthy mind stays in a healthy body. So what will happen if he does not eat good food? So as we know that he will not be able to concentrate in his study. So we need to make it sure that we make a diet plan for every student, that they can fulfill the requirements of the body. So balanced diet, we make it like that they eat well food, they get enough food, they do not waste much food in that, and whatever is the requirement of the student, we try our best to provide him this to that student only. So if I need any if I need iron, I'll get a food which basically I can get the iron food, or any other food like that. If I need protein, calcium, so I will try to find a vegetable like this which is the requirement of my students. For that, what we can do in this, we can make a list of the students, and we can see that what is the most requirement place which we need for our students. Let's take the same example again. If we have 50 students in our class, there are 50 students in a class, and we see that there are 30 students who are weak and their body is not like as per the requirement. So we can basically make them a carbohydrate food for them, where they can get carb and they can make they can make their body good, or we can make them protein food, or we can give them iron sometimes. So this is how we can divide the balanced diet for our students, so they will be healthy and they will be able to concentrate on their study. So now let's talk about the next thing, earning and saving money from kitchen garden. So as I shared with you in the starting, that I'm going to share with you how you can take help of the kitchen garden to earn some money also, or and collect the community for in the school only, bring all the parents to the school. So this is the thing which we are going to do in school. So now we have a very big kitchen garden or small kitchen garden in our school, and as per the requirement of the student, the food is left always. Uh, I have 50 students in my class, but the food, the vegetable which I have, that is enough for 100. This is just an example. You can have different situation in your school. So now I have 100 food for 100 people, but I have 50 students in my school. The first thing which teachers can do, that or teachers are doing in their school, is so they try to buy the same vegetable for them, and there are benefits. The first benefit, the teacher gets organic food, organic vegetable by him, because he knows that they have used organic fertilizer they have used, it is grown by the students only, and whatever price becomes of that vegetable, teacher pays or makes a list, and he writes there that this is the contribution to the school because I have purchased this vegetable from school. So teacher can buy. Now let's talk about the second option, which is we can sell it to parents. How we can do it? We can ask parents to come in the school and show them that there is a kitchen garden in our school which your child maintains, because their child comes to the school, and after that he is the person who is working all the time, and he is planning to basically make it good, always make it better place. So parents feel good for that, they feel good for it, and they are ready to buy, they're ready to buy the vegetables. This thing is seen in schools only. So they feel good, first they're getting organic vegetable, and the second thing, they will be so happy, they will be so excited, this vegetable is made by the student only. And one more thing I want to add in this, the vegetable which is grown by that student only, as I shared with you, there are some students who are very choosy. So they do not eat food some days, on some days only. So when they cultivate the same the tree or the plant or the vegetable, so they have excitement to eat that as well. So if there is any vegetable which I do not like to eat, but teacher have asked me to plant it or make it or dig that in a field. After that, once that plant grows, after that the vegetable which comes there, I pluck it, I go to school, and then that is the special dish of the day. Now I have made it, I have grown that tree, so now I have excitement to eat that as well. So this is what happens. Students also start eating all the vegetables which they grow by their own. So it was the earning side. Now let's talk about, there is one more phase. If you grow a lot of vegetables in your school, now this is the one situation where you have basically sold that vegetable to the parents, to the community members. Now you can, if you still left some vegetables in your school, now you can contact some people who sell vegetables in village, or who go to other villages to sell vegetables. You can contact them, and then you can ask them that you can come to the school and you can get organic vegetables in our school and you can sell it. So whatever contribution is to the school, that contribution is going to help the school to make, like if there is any wall which is broken, so teachers can help by that money which is provided by students, or which is collected by the help of students, that can help the build to build that wall. So this is what happens in this. This was the earning point. Now let's go ahead. That is water from plates to plants. This is also interesting. Now we need water also, which is going to be like for for some teachers, this point is going to be a little tricky. So in this, what happens? So we have to teach our students that do not waste the water also. So after that, teachers, students will ask that, sir, I have this water. Like if I take the example of the glass, now I have drunken this water, and rest of the water I do not need it. If I don't need this water, what will I do with this now? So that's why this is the name of that, water from plates to plants. So if students are, you are washing the utensils, after that whatever the water is left in that, or the wasted water, that is going to be the to the tree. We will basically give that water to the tree, so we can use that water. If water is left in a bottle which student is not going to drink, we can use that water also to the tree. And this is how this thing works. So we teach our students the importance of water, that we should not waste it. If there is some water which is left and we don't need it at all right now, so we can use that water also for planting a tree. So this is also one of the good learning and observation learning. I hope you are liking this idea. So let's go ahead. Now composting from the kitchen garden. So what is this? Now time comes for fertilizer. How we are going to collect that? We can make that by vermicomposting in our school only. So in this thing, what we do, we dig a big hole in our school as per the requirements, 3 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet, as we want in our school. After digging that hole, we ask students to whatever is the waste material in a school. If they have eaten chapati, let's take an example. There were 4 chapatis. From those 4 chapatis, 2 chapatis student have eaten. Now 2 are left. Those 2 chapatis, if nobody wants to eat, and now that is waste, if that is waste for student, so we can use that chapati to keep that in whole. Or tree leaves, which is basically which is not useful for the tree, and which comes on the floor, we can collect that uh, leaves also, and then we can dig that in that hole. So like this, whatever is the waste material, that kitchen garden, when we are cooking the food, in that food whatever is the waste material, we can dig that in that hole. This is how we can make the fertilizer also for our students, and we can work it for long time in this case. So if you find a place, then you can do it. If we do not have any place like that in a school, so we can try to get a help little far from the school, because this can be done there. Once we collect the waste material, waste biodegradable food, we collect. After that, we can go like twice or thrice in a week, or we can throw it there, or we can keep that in whole. So now let's talk about, there will be some teachers who will say, now sir, we do not have place in a school, or we do not have any field in a school where we can use this kitchen garden. So because the field which we have for school, that is given by only government. If our school is only this small, that we have classrooms there and a small field where uh, we have place there, so we do not have place to the for kitchen garden. Now this problem can be raised. So teacher, what teacher did in this, I would like to share with the name also of the teacher. The name is Kothala Pani Bhusan Sridhar, and she is from Molapeta, Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. So he's the teacher who basically did this in school, and that worked. So this is the name of that: vertical wall garden and drip irrigation, drop irrigation. I'm sorry, drop irrigation. So this is the name of the idea. So what happens in this idea? Teacher finds one bowl. On that bowl, what teacher does, he cultivates only those trees in bottles like that. I'll share with you the name also. Like this is the bottle for an example. So what teacher will do, teacher will cut this bottle like this from the in this shape. In this shape, teacher will cut it and then plant some trees like that. So I would like to share with you the name also. Like there are names like spinach, collard, and bathua, methi. Things like this can be cultivated in this and this bottle only. So this was this, and after that we keep that bottle near to the near to the wall, and after that whatever grows, we try to keep paste it on the wall only, so it does not come on the floor. So we can use the wall, vertical wall for the kitchen garden. Now, what is drop irrigation? So drop irrigation is like this. If we see now, again, there is one problem, how we are going to give them water. Most of the time that will come to the floor. Teacher did something great in that also. And it is very less time taking idea. So teacher took the bottle like this, and he basically chopped this bottle. And after taking this part, he made one hole in the starting of the bottle like here. He made one hole there, and he kept in the bottle or in the field where the plant was there. And after keeping it there like this, he filled the water in this. After filling in this, what happened? Water was coming by drop irrigation. The water started coming by drop. In that drop only, what was happening? Whatever was the need of the tree was taking that much water only. After that, whatever is the water is left, if this water ends in 2 days, 3 days, 1 day, as per the requirement, we will just fill the water. Now we are not going to give the water like this to the plant that it is going here and there. We will just fill the water, and by drop it will come to the plant, and plant will get enough water. So this can be done in summer as well, because when we give water to summer, in summer to the plant, in 1 or 2 hours only the water is gone. It becomes air, and that in that condition. So in this condition, this is the best idea which you can implement in your school, which teacher did, and he got some good benefits also of that. So this was the idea of kitchen garden in school. If you have something implemented in a school which you are implementing, and that is little different from this idea, or you want to add something in this idea, because right now we are live on Facebook, people are listening to you, you can ask me here, or you can write your question in the comment box of Facebook. So now this is your turn to ask me a question. Share your experience, what you are doing in your school, or what you are planning to do in your school. Anything which you want to share, I'm here to listen to you. Please go ahead and share your ideas. As I see, there are some teachers. Yes, do we have any teacher who would like to share his experience related to kitchen garden, and you feel that this is useful, you want to implement that idea in your school, and you want to get an idea how to implement in your school, you can ask me this as well. And if you want to see this same podcast again, you can watch it on Facebook, or you want to share your experience how you did it in your school, please feel free to share. I'm listening to you. Hello. So there is one teacher, Miss Vandana. I think she is speaking something. I'm not getting her voice. So, okay, everyone. So now, right now, I believe that you have understood this idea, or you are already implementing this idea in your school. And now, right now, you feel that this idea can be done. So I end my words here. And still I want to give one more chance. If you have anything, if you want to share, so please unmute your mic and then you can ask me your question. So, okay, everyone, now let's this end here. And tomorrow, I'm going to share with you another case study and another some ideas, the great innovators ideas share with you. So please come tomorrow at 2 o'clock and 11 o'clock. You can watch the same idea in Hindi, and at 10 to 11 you can watch Mr. Sok's sir, and he gives sessions on moral values, life changing sessions. So you can join that as well on the same Zoom ID. Okay, everyone. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Till then, have a great day.